追われるように急いでいる乾いた胸が駆り立てるOh, hey. Alright, I gotta tell you about what I would call the Naruto fighting game. Its name is Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 0.5 HD Remix. Okay, actually, minus the last 5 things on there. Yeah, so while we're talking about this game, I'm gonna roam around the Leaf Village and cross a couple of things off of my Leaf Village bucket list. I want to explore the village firsthand, eat some Ichidaku ramen, and maybe even pick up a copy of Makeout Paradise or something. By the way, this game is kind of expecting you to know a thing or two about a thing or two in regards to Naruto, so I'm gonna do the same. With that being said, let's get going. Now, when I imagine what it would be like to be a ninja, there are 2 main things that stick out in my head, and they are parkouring across rooftops and kicking some ninja ass. But boy oh boy, does this game cover both of those better than my weeb ass head could ever even dream. Okay, let's start with the first one, parkouring. Right off the bat, you're greeted with a beautiful, unique aesthetic that makes up the hidden Leaf Village, and you can go about anywhere you damn well please. Okay, you've got 2 speeds you can go at, either what I call Fast Ninja Boy or Fast Ninja Boy. This one has an I instead of a Y. Dang. Yeah, press the right trigger and you can jump really high and really far. You can run on walls, and there's even a ya yeet button. You can go to the Ichiraku ramen shop to have a meal that'll boost your chakra limit, and then immediately beeline to the closest medicine shop because that fucking egg ramen isn't sitting right with your tummy. And you can do stuff like buy pills that'll boost your power and speed. So like steroids? Since this is the only place you'll be staying for the about 8 hours it takes to beat the game, it does get a little boring. I think the Leaf Village would have been the perfect size and depth if it wasn't the only place you could go to. Like, I would have loved to take this beautiful mobility through other villages, or even the damn training ground. But this area will pretty much be your hub world where you can listen to some super chill tunes, travel from side mission to side mission, and collect random doodads along the way. One of the cooler things you can collect are these like ninja handbooks that'll unlock new ninjutsu to use in battle. Speaking of battle, holy shit, now you get to kick ninja ass? Yeah, you do. It's like all this game is, actually. It's very obvious that this is the thing the developers were focused on, and for better and worse, it really shows. There's really only one attack button, but this thing is like the damn Swiss Army knife of attack buttons. You can just mash it for a basic combo, or mash it while aiming the stick in any direction for a different combo, or guard and attack for a grab, and the list goes on and on. One thing I think is really cool is if you hold the attack button down, you'll send their bitch ass flying with a super cool anime aesthetic kind of blue face. There's also ninjutsu and ultimate jutsu that everyone has, and they're all extremely unique and full of life, and the fighters reek of the characters they represent when they fight. That's a good thing. Like, they stank. Neji be fighting like the damn tickle monster on roids, Rock Lee will kick your damn sideburns off, and not everybody will even fight with their hands. Kakuto has puppets, Gaara has sand, I have a boner. This is a spectacle fighter, so it's not the kind of game where you practice all-wheel button combos to slam dunk your friends in the next week because they never heard of a whiff before. It's easily accessible and intuitive, which I think is a good thing when we're talking about adaptations. Now, fighting is what makes up the majority of the main missions, which start with the first fight is Team 7, and end with Naruto and Suzuki fighting in the damn Final Valley. And all the fights are great if you ask me. No 2 fights will be exactly the same since characters change, locations change, and even conditions change. Now, no, I did say that fighting makes up the majority of the main missions. There will also be 3 other things you'll occasionally be doing in between fights, and they can either be village activities, running through trees, or running up trees. Ooh. Now, to be honest, none of these are really, enjoyable. Like, it's obvious that the game developers had a great idea for a fighting system and were just forced to build a video game around that. So when I said for better and worse, this is the worst part, where nothing really lives up to the enjoyability of the fighting system due to what I would really just say is a lack of effort. I don't think doing stuff other than fighting is a bad idea at all, but the execution was take 3 other potential missions, put minimal effort into them, then copy and paste them throughout the main missions to spice things up. But luckily you'll be spending most of your time in this bonerific fight system, which sometimes will put you up against a chonker for boss time, baby. No, there's 3 Ninja Boy v Chonker fights, and they indeed switch up the playstyle, but not really for the better. Really, there's a big sumbitch too far away for you to hit, so you have to throw projectiles at him to weaken him while you wait for an attack of opportunity. Then once he's damaged enough, you're put through a reaction timing sequence where if you goof, then you take damage and try again, and if you succeed, then you do some damage and then do that again, and then they're dead. The boss battles have a bit of a stutter in that the first 2 boss battles are the same thing over and over, and then the 3rd fight finishes the sentence, which is probably something like, Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Shit, I want some Reese's Puffs. But getting here ain't as easy as 1, 2, 3. It's more like 1, 2, 2.1, 2.2, 2.69. Got 'em 3. Because as you progress, you'll be receiving new side quest opportunities, which you'll need to complete in order to receive enough mission XP to even continue in the story. Which wouldn't be a bad idea if it didn't require you to beat like pretty much every available mission before you can beat the game. If you manage to find some ninja handbooks in the Hidden Leaf Village, and this is where you'll get to use those new jutsu. You can set up whatever team you damn well please and customize ninjutsu and shit. That's about all there is to say in regards to side missions, because if you ain't got nothing nice to say, then don't say nothing at all. Okay, if there are any moms watching this, I'm sorry, but fuck that. The side missions are made up of either fights with piss for thought put into them, or village activities that make you wish you were doing the dishes instead, or how about running through trees? Oh, not your cup of tea? Well, too bad, cause tree tea is all we got. These side missions honestly wouldn't be so bad if they just put a little bit more care into them. Everything besides the mindlessly crafted fight scenarios is just copy and paste of the same shit from earlier. I'm certain that this happened just because they were lazy. You know why? Because Naruto has like 100 episodes of filler, or as I like to call them, the side quests of anime. Even some important canonical fights are completely absent. Oh, you want to fight Zabuza? Are you sure you wouldn't rather climb a tree? I think you would rather climb a tree. Oh, you want to meet Haku? Well, you can meet Dudless. Yeah, Dudless Fur. I guess the last thing I should mention is whether or not this is a good way to get the story for Naruto. Which, no, it's definitely not. This game is definitely expecting you to already know the story. Like, when you start a main mission, all you're guaranteed is a little paragraph or two acting as a vague synopsis of what's going on. It's clearly supposed to just be a reminder. It's obvious that they had an idea for an amazing combat system, and they just kind of forced a video game around that. But since fighting takes up most of the gameplay time-wise, I think it'd be enough to please any Naruto fan, or even entice any newbies into checking out the show. And, yeah. Believe it. I'm on a bitch. Sorry, love you. Hey, thanks for sticking all the way through the video. I reviewed the analytics on the last video and noticed that people were only watching like 3 to 4 minutes of the damn thing. So, yeah, what the fuck? I know I've got like 10 people watching this shit. 9 of you I know in real life. So what the fuck? But obviously, if you're hearing this, you stuck all the way through, and I'm gonna thank you for that. To wrap up my thoughts, I mean, just on this video, I feel like I should start with mentioning that I went a little overboard with calling them lazy. I mean, what I said still stands in the sense that it wasn't a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of effort, probably due to a lack of resources or something, because, like, obviously they knew what they could have done with side missions and stuff like that, but they didn't do it, and I just assumed it was because they're lazy, but I don't know jack shit about game design, so it's probably a little harsh there. It was probably a lack of resources. This is still, like, I'm pretty sure it was like CyberConnect's, one of their first games. But I mean, they just dropped the latest DBZ game, being Kakarot, and that was pretty big, so they've probably got the resources to do Naruto more justice nowadays than they could have back then. But they didn't at the time. I'd love to see another version where they actually, where they get it right. That'd be awesome. But, like I said, the fighting takes up the majority of the game. That shit's super fun. You don't even worry about the rest of it, but I would love to see this game completely done justice. Oh, and as you can see in the top right, I've got the little, hashtag right there. It goes without saying, Black Lives Matter. Please check the description. I wasn't entirely sure, where to donate, that was the biggest thing holding me back. But there's, I've got this link that, Jakey posted on his Twitter that just links you to a bunch of different community bail funds and stuff like that. And, whatever you donate, it's split amongst all of those. Because, yeah, I mean, I woke up this morning to see more news about another black man getting shot to death for running away, people getting fucking shot at for recording police brutality and shit, which, I don't know, man, they need more training. It's clearly, anyways, yeah, check the description. I've got a link that you can donate to, and it'll just spread whatever amount you donate to a bunch of different, charities and such. Anyways, thanks for sticking through the video and sticking through this, and thank you in advance for donating if you do. And yeah, stay tuned to check out the preview for the next vid. Thanks for watching. Bye.